and welcome to our podcast, Real Out Loud. Life happens, we get it. Join us and together we'll be engaging in conversations about the truths not spoken of, reflections about life and other issues, and experiences that reel or bring women off balance. I'm your host and my name is Nicole, and joining me will be my co-host, Pinkinia, and on our platform we'll have guests from different facets of life, some who have also had it real with life, and some professionals to give us information on these reflections as we figure out how to survive the real. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome everyone to our show Real Out Loud. I'm your host Nicole, and joining me is our co-host Pinkinia. We are going to be talking about my fear is my disease. Our show is going to focus on the ins and outs of women and young ladies having to deal with cancer. And be sure to listen all the way through. And I will quote from Maya Angelou, where she says that there's no greater agony than bearing an untold story. So I will hand over to Pinkinia.
Thank you, Nicole. Hi, guys. The name is Pinkinia, as you've heard, and this is the Real Out Loud. And today, it's not just the two of us. We got a beautiful lady in the house, a beautiful young lady, and her name is Ellen. Hi, Ellen.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm okay, and yourself?
I'm awesome. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
You are beautiful. You just don't look. You are beautiful. So tell us about yourself and just getting into the story of why we're here today.
Okay. I'm a 21-year-old lady. I am currently studying and working at a shop called Rage.
She's Sawena, working and studying.
Yeah.
At 21?
Yes.
All right. So at the age of 14, 13, going into 14, that's 2014.
Yes.
What happened?
So at the age of 13, as you said, I was... Okay, the story is a long story, but I'm going to cut it short. So I had like pains in my tummy. Mm-hmm. And then it was a continuous thing. We didn't know like why and what's the cause of it. So we first went to the hospital and they said it's constipation. So I was given treatment to treat constipation. And this went on for 3 months. Going on, I could feel that I wasn't feeling well. Mm-hmm. But every time I would tell my mom, she'll be like, no, period pains are like this. You're a woman, so you must bear the pain. But I could feel that, no.
This is a little bit unusual.
This is extreme. So I was talking to my granny and she was like, you know, as women, we're supposed to bear the pain of period pains. So bear with the pain. And then there's a time where I could not wake up. Like I just couldn't get out of bed because I could feel that, no, man. It was like I had stones in my bladder. And then we decided to go to the hospital. They ran a pregnancy test first, as they usually do. The test comes back positive. I mean, I'm a 13-year-old. I know nothing, absolutely nothing about having a male friend or anything. Yeah. And then my mom was just shocked. She's like, how could you do this to me at the age of 13?
You're still confused with yourself.
How is it? Oh, what's the story? Like, I honestly didn't understand. Okay, so the doctor is like, ma'am, there's nothing wrong with your child. All you need to do is come back tomorrow and see your grandchild.
Oh, they want to do the sauna. And...
Yeah, they're like, the only thing you can do is come back and see your grandchild.
Okay, so when you started the period and whatever, like, did you have period pains or you had normal period?
I had like severe period pains. When I'm talking about severe, the pain was
also,
just...
that's why they kept on saying it's period
out
pain.
Of this world. Yeah.
Did it start at the time when you were actually on your menses, or it's something that started before the pain?
So according to my research, I had a dysgerminoma. And this is caused by malnutrition, lack of water and all that. So that's the cause of it. So, yeah, it does fall in the part of the menstruation and what. But yeah.
So the following day you went back to actually.
So the following day, there's a granny that we met and she was a cleaner at the hospital. And then she was like to my mom, can I please advise you to go and see a private doctor because you can see this child is still innocent. My mom had it. She's like, no, uyazazi ukuthi uyenzeni. I'm not going to take her to any doctor. She needs to tell the truth. Okay, we go home and I am dying.
Your physical pain and the accusations.
Yeah.
It's so.
Like, it was killing me. Honestly, it was killing me. And then it got to the point I was like to my mom, I can feel that my death day is close. If you do not take me to the doctor, something is going to happen. And then she was like, okay, let's go to the doctor. But I know that I'm wasting my money because we already got the information we wanted that you're pregnant from the hospital. Okay, we get to the private doctor. He also runs a pregnancy test. And then it also came back positive. And then he's like, okay, instead of me running a pregnancy test, let me do a pap smear.
Right.
And I'm only 13.
Okay.
So you know how they use pap smear sticks? I didn't allow that because
you're still trying to figure out your body now. The one
They're violating you.
So I was like, no, I'm not going to do this. Then he was like, I don't have a sauna machine, so you'll need to go to Johannesburg Hospital. We went to Johannesburg Hospital. When we got there, they did the same thing. They ran a pregnancy test. And then all these ladies are laughing. They're like, yo, these kids are out of control. I'm telling you, there was a 15-year-old that came in pregnant. And then I was just like to my mom, if you don't believe me, who's going to believe me? Because I am telling you my story. And then this doctor comes in and then he's like, you can come in, let me run a sauna on her. He runs a sauna. He shook his head. And then I see 1, 2, 3, 6 doctors are coming in. And then they're like, Mama, we're going to book you for surgery in the next 3 days. So you need to understand, they don't just book surgery. Like, they can book you now, and then they're going to do it in December.
Exactly.
All right.
But
So
the way
it was
that
a
was so fast.
3-day thing. We didn't know, okay, why am I going in for surgery or what?
They're not saying anything.
Yeah, they're not saying anything. And then the 2 days pass, and then we went back to the hospital. Okay, I was booked in for surgery. It was these young doctors.
The interns.
Yeah, the new ones in the game. Okay, they did the surgery. 4 days, I could feel the pain. Like, I could, because the stitches I had were those steel stitches. Yeah, those ones are the ones I had. And then the doctor comes in and then she's like to me, how are you? And then I'm like, I'm okay in yourself, but I can't bear with the pain. Then she's like, okay, there's something I need to tell you. And I don't know how you're going to respond because most people get shock and they can't take the pain. And then she's like, okay. So when we were doing the surgery, the tumor that you had was growing in the left and right ovary. Not only did it affect your ovaries, but it also affected your womb. And it affected your kidneys. So I was like, okay, I know nothing about womb, kidneys.
It's all jargon in my vocabulary.
I'm only 13. And then she's like, yeah, so the doctors that did the surgery had to remove everything.
Okay. So you were not prepared for any of this. They made the decision
without even my mother's knowledge.
You were not even told before the
surgery. So she's like, okay, we had to take out everything. Everything meaning the left, the right, and the womb itself. And then I'm like, okay, at that age, I didn't understand anything.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought, okay, it's done. I'm okay. And then the doctors come in. They're like,
Wait.
You gonna go?
When they were telling you all of this, was your mom present or any
No,
adult?
she wasn't.
They were just telling you.
Yeah.
A
At
13-year-old
Yes.
receiving all this news, you don't even know what's the function of a kidney.
Yeah, because first you're telling me I'm pregnant, the next thing you're telling me I don't have a womb, and it's just me.
They were just dropping a bomb on your face. Okay.
So the doctor is like, can we book you in tomorrow for an appointment with your mother because we need to talk to the both of you? Then I'm like, okay, I'll tell her when she comes. Then my mother comes with all her friends and all that. I didn't know. So I'm like, Mama, Yazi, the doctor said they removed my womb and they removed my ovaries. And then my mother just broke down. She literally broke down.
But how were you dealing with it? Like, it didn't make sense to you at that time. It was like, all right.
I was like,
but your mom's reaction is obviously the one that gave you a reaction later on. Okay.
And then the doctors came and then they talked to us. They're like, okay, the tumor you had was massive. And when we did the test on it, it came back that you are on stage 3 cancer. So your cancer is on stage 3. So
what kind of cancer was that?
The cancer I had,
Yes.
it was a dysgerminoma.
Okay.
It's called dysgerminoma. Okay, I'm like, I have cancer. The only thing I was crying for was my hair because I loved my hair. So I'm out there crying in Welezami, and my mom is like, "You're crying for your hair, not your life." Like, girl. Okay, and then time went. They did the second surgery. The doctors that did the second surgery were like qualified doctors.
Yes, senior doctors kind of.
And then they were like, how did it get to the point that they removed your womb? Because there was, your womb had nothing to do with the surgery that they did.
No.
Oh my goodness.
No.
I'm telling you.
No.
I am telling you.
How did you take it?
We didn't understand what to do, but my mom kept on saying, can we sue the hospital? Can we sue the hospital? Can we sue the hospital? And obviously coming from disadvantaged family, you wouldn't know what steps to take,
how to go
what
about
to do.
it.
Yeah. There was no reason for them to do that. The only thing they had to do was shrink the tumor and then take out the tumor, not with the womb and not with the ovaries.
With the ovaries.
I wish they didn't say that. I wish they could just kept it to themselves then, because it's not like it's something you're like, okay, let's put them back.
No. The unfortunate thing is that they had to do that at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because you're entitled to your...
Yeah, in the fact that
my
we give
goodness.
interns this kind of a surgery, then we have the seniors after. Why didn't we have the seniors?
And you know the worst part about it, there are certain things that you can undo, but
Yeah.
organs, you can't take them back.
Because we could have cried about the hair, then we know it's gonna grow. This is
Exactly.
not something we like.
Exactly.
this
It's not
was a
gonna
mistake.
grow back.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Then the doctor's like, okay, so you're going to start immediately with your chemotherapy and radiation. Okay, I get into the ward, me not knowing what is chemotherapy, but I heard it kills. That's the only information I had. Chemotherapy kills.
Okay.
Okay, I get into chemotherapy. So I did my chemotherapy for 4 days. The 4th day, I could feel that,
Maybe now I'm
there
dying.
is a change in my body. I could feel, not good change,
No.
but I could feel that, no.
This is not my body anymore.
This is painful. This is painful. Okay, we get discharged, we go home. This is me parting. My hair is falling out.
So fast.
My eyebrows are
How
falling
many
out.
months was that?
It was after 4 days of chemotherapy.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yes, it falls out just right after you do it.
Okay.
My eyebrows are falling off, my eyelashes. I have absolutely no hair.
Everything gone.
So I had to shave my head.
How are you taking it?
Mind you, I was in grade 8.
Ah,
And
and
I was thinking, okay,
Your looks matter at that stage of your life,
see,
you know.
after after my dad cut my hair, because it wasn't even, like it was just coming out in patches, I go out and they start laughing. They're like, yo,
Yeah.
why do you look like this? What's happening with you? This doesn't suit you. Go get a wig.
Yeah.
All that. And then I could now feel it that, yeah,
Reality sink.
now I could feel it. Okay, chemotherapy went by. There's a time where I couldn't see because it has side effects.
Okay.
So there's a time where I could not see,
Okay. This is a lot.
like blind. And we would go to the hospital, chemotherapy, go back home. The moment I get home, the vomiting, not eating. You'd bring me a plate of food and I would just look at it. The smell, getting into a taxi is like, I don't know. Because each and everything just triggers. It triggers a lot.
Okay.
So I could see that, no, my life is no longer the same. And I asked my mom, why is it happening to me?
I'm only a child, you know.
And then she's like, God has his people.
Did you believe that?
I didn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Even until this day.
It's weird how it becomes easy for us who are on the outside to say, you know, God chooses people in a certain way. But the one who's in that position, it's very difficult for you to just receive it as this is what God has planned for me, you know.
I was like to my mom, I am angry at your God.
Okay.
I hate him. I want nothing to do with him. Why me?
Why now?
You see? I was like, why me? Why now? Couldn't he choose anyone else?
You know.
Then my mom was like, no, it happens for a reason. We don't know. Maybe you were meant to be something greater.
But can I interject a bit? How was your mom taking it? Because you mentioned to us that at the time you were still in a state of confusion. You are not like certain what's going on. She was the one breaking down already.
Not even the mom.
So,
I think the parents. How
are they taking it?
So my mom, like when she explains to me now, she's like, she wasn't functioning at all.
Okay.
She would leave her phone in the taxi, her bag. She was a mess. Because at the hospital, she's the one who used to stay with me.
Okay.
And she would sleep on the couch and then I would sleep on the bed.
Okay.
She goes to work, she comes back to the hospital. So she doesn't have time to see my dad and my baby brother.
Okay.
So she like goes that side once to clean, to cook and do everything. And then she comes back to me. She was like, this is unreal.
She was on autopilot, that type of bridges.
You know, it's strange enough. I know her at the time when she was dealing with all that. Like, it didn't show on the outward what she was going through at that stage. We just thought, from outward you'd see her as she's a very strong woman. Like, you wouldn't see all that she's actually narrating and sharing now.
So you had to stop school, right?
Yes.
Like grade 8 completely.
Completely. But what was done was I finished my chemotherapy because I did it for 9 months. So after that 9 months, they were like, okay, now you can go back to school. I don't know why they said I should go back to school. But the moment I went to school, what I faced at school is nothing compared to what I faced when I was in hospital.
Okay.
It was worse.
The bullying.
Oh, God.
Because this thing, it burns, first of all. So it burnt me to become, I don't know what color. So it burnt me. I had
you were
no
dark skin.
I had no hair. My nails were black.
And even weight-wise.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I get to school, they're like, because they know me from January. And then from that time I got sick. And then I stopped. And then I went back in September. They're like, your AIDS is killing you. And in the bathrooms, they would write.
Oh no.
Even even if you can go to that school now and check, my name is on the walls.
Then it felt like I don't want school anymore.
My name was on the walls. And then my mom came up with an idea that, okay, I'm going to buy you a wig for you to go to school. There I am with my wig, and they would pull it off.
Okay.
They would pull my wig off, be like, the teachers would be like, why are your nails like this? Don't you know you're supposed to have colorless nails? In front of...
Like, it's like you're intentionally painting them or something.
It's always an attack. You're just being attacked.
And I was bullied to the point where I was like, I wrote a letter and I wanted to commit suicide. And my mom found the letter and she was like, why? Then I was like,
I'm tired.
I can't deal with this.
I can't.
Too much.
Like, I can't. Like, it got to the point where going inside the school, everyone would be like, yo, nang lokok. Here's this granny.
It's okay, we can take a break. We hear Ellen's experiences at this stage. It's just disheartening what the amount of, trauma that people go through out there, having to deal with, a chronic illness is not enough, but society also takes a part in adding on to the pain that is already existing. When what we're supposed to be is like family. You expect society to be the one helping you through such experiences. You're not only losing certain functions in your body, you're not only losing yourself, you're also losing out even on the outside.
Everything.
It makes it so hard.
I think that is always, what we always say, be kind to the next person. You never know what they're going through.
Exactly.
Let us just be kind, guys.
We are going to pause here for today, but Ellen's story continues in the next episode. Having given us a background to her tragic experience, Ellen shared the resulting trials that followed once she was diagnosed and placed on treatment. A lot of vulnerabilities emerge for the school-going minor, and she struggles to find a way to recover. In the next leg of discussion, she takes us through the rest of her journey. Don't miss it, and keep watching for the rest of our episodes. For more on our episodes, on these relatable conversations, powerful and empowering messages, and access to these discussions on actionable tips, please check us on our website, www.realoutloud.co.za, or other podcast platforms such as Google Play, iTunes, and many other. Our episodes are also accessible on social media platforms indicated on our website and our YouTube page. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and invite others to our web page. Ciao!